That was when the Assad regime handed out, and we had witness reports from family and others, 5 million passports to Sunnis. They wanted to depopulate Syria, and they gave them warnings and said, you have 6 months to get out. And beginning in September, 6 months later, this was March 2015, and 6 months in September, that's when the Russians started flying air operations over Syria, and then they emigrated out through Turkey into Europe.
Yes.
Some have given percentages that up to 20% have sympathies with ISIS, and radicalization have been radicalized in that population, and yet they just flowed freely into Germany and have been very problematic, but yet 80% are not. And there's a significant mix of a humanitarian crisis with the other side of an evil coin, which is coming from Syria and just being radicalized because we didn't sort of have a policy or a strategy when this unfolded, when you had a revolution in 2011, 2012 that was mixed, Sunni, Shia, Christian, Alawite, but now it's become simply a sectarian battle of a Darwinian proportion. For us as Muslims to come to terms with modernity, other than to separate Sharia as God's law, which is our personal dietary, our personal prayer, our worship, our rules of our family life, versus the rules of government, which should be based in reason with that separation of mosque and state. But for me to say that normative Islam has that separation would be foolish. It's fantasy. That doesn't exist yet. Saudi Arabia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Egypt, these are all countries that in some form or another are Sharia states, whether they're corporate Sharia states like the military dictatorships of the Gulf or Egypt, or they're grassroots viral Sharia states like ISIS or the Muslim Brotherhood or Jamaat Islamiyah. Those Sharia type states are evil, are theocratic. The personal Sharia of personal practice we need to separate out. Is there a Sharia book that separates those? No. Are there Muslim scholars like Ibn Zayd, like Muhammad al-Ashmawi, like Fatima Marnisi, like many of the scholars here, even in America, a couple that exist, Abdullah Naim. Those are scholars that have begun to write about that, but have not been fueled by petro-Islam in a way that they've had the resources, the protections, and the platform to do that. And that's what our Muslim reform movement wants to do.
And